sounds the smartest, I'll do that. So, YouTube wasn't always around, but ever since YouTube came around and the possibility of creating your own channel, kind of like creating your own webpage, free of charge, uh, people jump to the idea. Anybody who's any kind of creative and a little bit brave enough to put themselves on camera and speak, had acquired a YouTube channel and made their own little vlog page or a music production thing or whatever, comedy skits, and is online today. Such a thing wasn't always around, as wasn't the internet. If you remember, uh, when were you born? Was the internet always around? Did you always have a personal computer? Did you always have a smartphone? I remember the days when there was no smartphone. That wasn't such a long time ago. But listen, today, I don't know if you're spiritually deaf or not, but the Antichrist is around, and personally talks to me into my head. Scientists call that schizophrenia. They claim, they'll claim to you they don't know. They don't know where the voices are coming from. I have this picture of Jim Carrey in Ace Ventura, and he says, yeah, tell them that. They claim they don't know where the voices are coming from. I say they're coming from the gates of hell, and if we could all just be more open about it. Now, I know I'm not the only schizophrenic, and so is Jim Carrey, labeled technically as schizophrenic. That kind of talent, what he possesses, and that's why I have Bruce Almighty on DVD. The Mask, that kind of talent doesn't come from nowhere, and that kind of behavior, like for example, Eddie Murphy, his behavior, it's not, because it doesn't just come out of anybody's butt. We are all born as babies, as blank pages, correct? And so behavior is learned or taught, and I believe ghosts teach Eddie Murphy. They have taught Eddie Murphy his crazy behavior that he displays, for example, in movies like uh, Doctor Dolittle and Doctor Dolittle 2, and in the other great film that he was in, Bowfinger, or Beverly Hills Cop. A behavior that you don't notice, um, in everyone. They call that talent. That's why he's in movies. That's why people willingly pay money to go and see him behave, with other people in a 2-hour film. Ghosts, good ghosts and evil ghosts talk to him, and this happens to a lot of people who are born of the spirit, and behavior is changed. So if you notice a baby behaving, it just basically goes and just lays around and poops. And then as a toddler behaves a certain way, and a teenager behaves a certain way. And Eddie Murphy was once 15, 16, 17, and then he was about 25, 30, and he behaved in all kinds of different ways. What I'm saying is there needs to be a raising of awareness, because along with these good spirits come the evil spirits that talk, and they literally kill people, and you just don't see it because those people whom they are killing are not usually online showing themselves and saying stuff. And these evil voices, they're out of principle evil for no good reason. They're out to kill the entire every single person on the entire planet. They're out to depopulate people down to zero people, and zero animals left on the planet. And this is true. And there is a way to ridicule this truth and make it seem like a lie, but this is truth. And usually, those people who don't believe that there is a God, that the universe, that the planet Earth was a construction constructed by God 6,000 years ago. Listen, I'm trying to gather my thoughts together, and there's a devil shouting, interrupting me, and that's why it's coming out all crooked. Just gather my thoughts. So evil spirits are today killing people. That's why there were wars. If you look at World War I, World War II, and I'm talking recent war, Ukraine. That is all. These wars are aroused by the devil speaking. So the Bible calls it a spirit of divination. It's a set of people who are able to enter on their side. This is Antarctica and Babylon. Inside of the prison, they are able to get into a certain room and like lay down, sit down, or connect to a certain technology and enter your soul. There's a bit of a smartphone computer inside of your brain in the back. It's sort of right next to the level of your eyes. And there's a bunch of stuff besides seeing. There's like hearing, and there's a sense of taste and smell. It's all there under the roof of the of the human, the soul, and they're able to enter that and affect it in such a way that in a prolonged, if they're affecting you in for a long enough period of time, they will kill you every time, and it depends on how much they want you dead, how zealous they are. They'll kill you sooner, or it'll take a little bit longer, but they're out to kill, and they're doing this right now, and I feel as though nobody's talking about it, and I feel everyone's sort of like beating around the bush with songs, poetry, music videos, and other things, but nobody pinpoints straight at it. Schizophrenia exists and has been labeled as a mysterious sickness. A mysterious sickness. And today I understand that these doctors, these psychiatrists, know exactly what schizophrenia is and how to stop it, how to end it, all of it on the entire planet. And they don't, for the same reason why schizophrenics don't talk about what schizophrenia is, and they don't talk about the voices, and they don't say what the people get asked. So you hear voices, and the guy will say, or a girl will say, yeah. And what do they say? And people don't say it because the shit they say, their voices, is really embarrassing and shameful. The apostle, one of the apostles, in the original 12, says they do things that are too shameful to speak. And so, yeah, there's not much to say about it. But while we're ignoring the problem, well, people like and other smart people, for example, Jim Carrey probably knows it, that these voices are voices of the devil. There are good spirits in there; they'll keep you alive for a little while, but it's still an inevitable death, slowly coming every day. Your inevitable death, if you are a schizophrenic, is going to happen. Just recently, once again, I saw that video. It's like a 42-minute video, and today I don't have an internet connection. So I didn't see it again. But it's this video of Eugenia Cooney crying. Literally like crying. Bitter tears. Because these ghosts are forcing her to make these videos. Listen to me. They are forcing her to make these videos for, entertainment. And she does not get any rest or peace. 24 hours of the day goes into of her day. She doesn't work today. So she's kind of a lonely person, doesn't have like too many friends as far as I understand, and 24 hours a day she's bothered by these voices down to tears, and she asks them to go away, and they don't, and they're out to kill, and I'm telling you, they'll finish her off, they'll kill her if you don't end it. So it's radio tower based, radio tower and technology based. Imagine a circle of radio towers hooked up to electricity, which creates a magnetic field, and for example, your piece of your smartphone, Antarctica, where the evil ones are stationed. Listen to me. And your local area, your city, or your block or whatever, and the surrounding radio towers creates a magnetic field, and two people. And I think the phone helps, but basically they're entering your soul. And they're affecting you, they'll speak to you, and they'll show you visions, and you'll hear voices, and there's some kind of conversation in between what they call a friendship, but their intent, 100%, their intent is to kill, and they will successfully kill everyone if their days are not shortened. So those who own these radio stations, I need you to unplug the electricity to them as soon as possible, to all of them. Make it nice and organized. People are dying. And it takes a while, so it's hard to notice, but that's what's happening. And I ask YouTubers and vloggers to please speak about that. It's a matter of life and death.